Look, I think it's never too early and it's never too late as well. So I sometimes when your conscience says that obviously as a player and as a leader, where you should have been, because I've always set really high standards for myself as a player, and if I'm not able to achieve that, obviously then it starts putting doubt in your mind that obviously whether you actually have put enough weight to be in the playing 11. At the same time, your team hasn't performed, so as a leader of the group, you take that responsibility as well. And obviously when I spoke to my wife, obviously she said that as a leader, you've given opportunities to other players, you've given 14, 15 opportunities, why only 4 to yourself? And my only answer was that I've set different standards for my own self as compared to what I set standards for other people. And sometimes when you're not able to achieve those standards, obviously you've got to put your hand up and say that I was not good enough. And that is all, because I thought the bell started ringing, especially after the last game, that we should have won. And again, sometimes after those games, when you dig deep inside looking for answers, and sometimes when you get that answer and you decide that okay, it's time.
Lastly, this is from Mr. Dua. When in your opening remarks, you kept on saying that you will continue to mentor the players and the captain. Does this mean Mr. Gambhir will not continue as a player?
No, I'm not saying he's not continuing. He's very much with us, and he's continuing as a. When I say he's a player mentor, that's how it is. It's up to him whether he feels fit to play, and it's up to the coach to decide what the playing 11 is with the captain, and it's their call. It's no one. I'm no one to decide that. And as a management, we never tell them who to play and what to play. It's completely their call, and I think they can answer that question better than I do, Ricky.
Coach, I have a question. Obviously, we have 8 more games to go. I mean, what do you have realistic chances of making it in the top 4?
I honestly believe we do. Absolutely. I've said that from day one, and my opinion hasn't changed or wavered at all. I think through this tournament, we've been able to play some really good cricket, and it's been a couple of overs here and there in almost every contest that's cost us the game. And I think we saw that again the other night with our first home game. You know, how close we got on the back of, a pretty ordinary power play, and losing wickets at the back end of our batting power play really ended up costing us the game. Even up in Rajasthan, Jaipur, that first game, rain came in and sort of washed us away a little bit, and we were a good chance. We felt we were in a really strong position in that game as well. So look, we've shown some really positive signs, but we've also shown that the difference between our best cricket and our worst cricket, the gap has been too vast, and we need to bring that gap a little bit tighter and be more consistent through the course of 40 overs in every game. I think we've done it for 35, 36 overs in most games and not been able to put a complete game together. So I honestly, absolutely do feel that we've got a good enough squad of players to be able to turn things around and turn things around quickly. And let's not forget, we've got a lot of home games coming up still as well. So we've got still 6 home games to go. Obviously, the last 4 games of the tournament are home games. So look, our next game obviously is the most important game. We need to put out a great performance in our next game and start working on from there. But I'll make sure that the guys work hard. I'll make sure that the guys are well prepared, and when we take the field in our next game, hopefully there's a different result for us.
Ricky, this is not uncommon in Australia, where captain takes responsibility and just moves on. From that point of view, was it shocking for you, an Indian captain, especially in a tournament like IPL, taking this kind of decision? And do you think this is going to be the trend in IPL in future, especially the Indian captains who are struggling, not necessarily in this season, maybe in future? He sets the template for that.
Oh, look, I think Gautam deserves a lot of credit for the way he's handled this situation. It's really unheard of before in Indian cricket for a senior player to put his hand up and say, I don't feel like I'm playing well enough, and for the team's sake, I'm going to stand down. I did it when I was at Mumbai as a player. I knew that I had better players that I was keeping out of the side, and obviously Gautam's decided to do the right thing. And I'll back up what Hemant had to say. I think it's a really good opportunity for the media and the public to just really give him some credit for what he's done. It doesn't happen every day. It might not happen again in Indian cricket or in IPL cricket. You see someone of his stature, of his talent, and his ability and his overall cricketing record, just to say, I think it's time for a change of direction for this team. So, I'm proud of what he's done. I'm sure all of his younger teammates are exceptionally proud of the fact that he stood up and said that to the team today, and he's created an opportunity for one of India's best young players to have the chance to captain his franchise. So please, everyone out there, give him the credit he deserves over the next couple of weeks.
Absolute final question, Arun.
Gautam, this is for you. Where do you see yourself as a player from here on, continuing your future from here on?
I don't know. I think it's too early for me to decide on that as well. Obviously, at the moment, it was all about team. That's why I've taken this decision. Let's see. Let me sit down and decide. I think I still need some more time to think about that as well. Where I go, where my game, where I as an individual goes from here on. But at the moment, it's in the middle of the competition, and it's about what DD achieves in next 8 games is more important to me as compared to what I achieve in next 8 games. So I think, or what I achieve in future as well. At the moment, it's all about DD. I think we should all concentrate in achieving the results which we are looking for, and we still have a great chance or an absolute possibility of turning things around and being in the playoffs. So let's talk about DD at the moment, not about myself.